We are in Southern Florida.
Yes, we are. And
We
this
have
is
been
my
crazy times.
this is my morning face before I've had any opportunity to do anything, because we got some. Oh, you are so
You're
way
so
wrong,
wrong.
Jason.
So wrong on that one.
But we got some big news this morning, and great to wake up to.
Woke up to some cool messages
Yeah.
and some cool opportunities. So super excited about that.
Can you tilt it down just a little bit?
I can.
It's
One
like
second.
this way. Okay.
Is that better?
All right. That's awesome. That's
Sweet.
awesome. So yeah, woke up to some great news this morning and excited to share it with you guys. We're going to give everybody a little bit of time.
A little bit of time.
Fox 8 Ball, we saw that. Absolutely.
Versus
So,
Vovoda? No, that's not it either. But
okay,
this,
don't start telling me.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
cross them off the list.
All
We're going
right.
to wait for a few more people to get on.
There you go.
We had an amazing time. How many of you?
Man.
How many of you? There's 38 thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you saw and thought Michael's match with the Undertaker was fun. Okay, there's a lot more coming
We had a
from
lot
that
of fun with
video.
that.
How many of you
Appreciate
like to see
Nine
that?
Line for that amazing opportunity. I mean, we met the Undertaker, Godfather, the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which I had no idea she was gonna be. I thought that was cool. I got to shoot machine guns out of a helicopter, do another 50 cal shoot from the shoulder. Had a blast. But Nine Line, super appreciate those guys for everything they've done for us. But awesome week of arm wrestling. We saw John Brzenk.
Lucio, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your support. We saw John Brzenk not have, hand dominance like we've seen, but we got to see him really dig deep and arm wrestle. Very smart, which he is the GOAT.
Right.
Does it? It was great to see John use his full arsenal to win. Very impressive. Very strong opponent. That was awesome.
It was absolutely.
Sasha versus RVJ. Wow. I suspected that would happen if it went to the strap, but I had no idea that he would blow him up so much that by rounds 5 and 6, without the strap, he would be able to just turn him in and then top roll him. So that does let you know that the Eastern European power is legit. So I think we need to find some Americans to go pull some Eastern Europeans and see what happens. But
Dun dun dun.
dun dun dun. But yeah, so that was super cool. Ryan Espy, Alex Gerdecka. Very sorry to hear that Ryan's elbow got injured right-handed. But my God, Gerdecka's left looked ridiculous. The thing is, in my opinion, the Alex Gerdecka that lost to Krause is not the same Alex Gerdecka that showed up this past weekend. COVID has changed things. He's been out for a while, so dude's probably just been training his ass off, look like a freak.
We are definitely going to talk about Michael's upcoming match. We're just giving everybody a little bit of time. It takes YouTube a few minutes to send out all of those.
I'm telling you guys
that
that this is pretty big news. It's pretty
It's
big
very
news.
exciting.
So pretty excited about that. It just definitely lets you.
What's cool is, and you haven't chatted with them about this yet, but even before getting this news this morning, you had changed your plans.
Yeah. So our itinerary has changed again.
Yes.
We have been on the road a lot, guys, because we had to combine the North Central and the Mid South tour, or the Southeast tour. I guess it's Mid South tour. It's just been nonstop. We've been all the way up to North Dakota, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and we're all the way down here in Florida. Prince of Coin, please tell me it's not a left-handed match. I may be getting a left-handed match soon,
but that's not this.
But that's not what this announcement's going to be about. And we actually decided to go ahead and go all the way down to Key West this evening, hit the southernmost point. But we will be back after the Power Arm Wrestling event. We'll be heading home after that this week, so we'll be back home within 7 days from now. And we were going to turn back around and go back on the road for 2 more weeks. I have now since postponed that portion of the tour until after the Monster Michael Todd International, which is going to be November 27th, 2 days after Thanksgiving, so people can drive into that event. It should be huge. It's $100 first place, right and left to the winners, $150 right and left overall, 54, 76, 98, 42s and supers. So awesome. But we're going to leave back out on the 29th and do that portion. So what that means is all this destruction of my arm that has taken place over the last 3 tours, I'll be able to get home. I'll be into my routine. I'll be able to get physical therapy.
Several people are commenting, concerned about your pronator.
Yeah.
What do you really think about Hermes Gasparini?
Limitless potential.
Absolutely.
Actually spoke to him this morning as well. But yeah, so getting home for 6 weeks and to focus strictly on just training, getting stronger, making sure I do everything perfect, nutrition, protocol wise. I'm very, very excited. And then to get this news this morning it was very difficult to not be excited. We were at 502, sweetheart.
Okay,
We
well,
had
it's time.
315
Let me read
people.
this. Let me read this. Will I really am? I'm in Scotland, UK. You and Devon inspired me to train for arm wrestling, but it's not big here at all. How do you get into the
Well,
sport?
if you're in the UK, you can message Neil Pickup. He's the head of the British Arm Wrestling Association. He's the head of ArmWars. But there are several guys around your area, I believe, who are actively pulling. I know Kyle Hutchinson is either Irish or something. He's around that area. And then there's another group in that area as well. All right, babe, what are we trying to keep that so we know exactly where to go at?
Okay, so at 5:40, so I can mark this. Michael gets a message. Actually, you've been chatting back and forth.
I've been chatting back and forth. You guys have seen the
With?
announcement that Ingen Terzi has made about his January event. So
And
it's either going to be the end of January or the 1st of February. We don't know for sure on the dates.
And I love Ingen because Ingen is just straightforward. You know what you're getting with Ingen. He's not tied to any specific league.
No, he just
loves arm wrestling.
He loves arm wrestling. He
Yeah.
wants to bring big matches.
Yes.
So as you guys know, I am focused on going after Levon or whoever is the number one guy. But I have to have something to train for. I have to have a match. I have to have someone.
And
in
you've
my
messaged
sight.
Levon.
Yes.
A lot. And
I have.
Levon has a lot of things that
A lot
he
of
says
other commitments
are
that he's
keeping him
got
from
going
arm
on right
wrestling.
now. But this is a match a lot of people have
Come
wanted
on,
to
spit
see.
it out. Yeah.
I will be pulling
Dun, dun, dun.
at Ingen's event in Istanbul, Turkey.
Right-handed, best of 5.
5 rounds. Genadi Quickbean.
Genadi Quickbeanie, you got the match, sir.
Battle
He's been
of the
doing
Beards.
a lot
Battle
of
of the
Yes,
Beards.
he's been doing a lot of chirping. But I just want to say, Genadi, huge props to you. Thank you so
Dude,
much.
thanks for accepting the match.
Yes.
I'm excited about it. They threw a few names at me, and anything other than Levon, Vitali, Devon, this is the only guy that made sense to me. He'd done some little hype for the match back 6-7 months ago.
So I think it can be a lot of
So
fun.
I think we can have a lot of fun going back and forth. But on game day, let's find out who the batter dude is. So I'm gonna be very, very well prepared. Not sure if you guys know or not, but I'm getting massive. Weighed in last night at 289 pounds.
289 pounds, guys.
And the arm is completely trashed. But once I get home and get to rehab it and heal it up, it's going to heal up to another level. So, and then I think what I have October, November, December, and pretty much all of January to train. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, Michael, we will be back on the road for a little bit.
Excuse me.
We have got another
What?
week and a half.
We have 7 days. We'll be home.
Oh, we'll be home in 7 days.
7.5. We'll be home, next Monday evening.
And then you have what,
We're going to go watch Corey and Todd pool down in Texas.
No, I mean when we go back on the road. Another how many days? Look,
Listen,
not following.
I may
It's gonna be
I may
short.
do a small tournament.
Yeah.
I may do a small tournament while we're home just for a weekend. Go up there, hit that tournament, then go over and hit a practice, and then come back home. Be like a little mini tour.
Yeah.
In October, but then we will be home. So we're essentially home 6.5 weeks.
Okay.
But I spoke to John Brzenk about us coming out to his house and getting on the table and doing some pulling, maybe shooting some content together.
How cool is
So-
it that you're going to be on the same card with John Brzenk? Also, y'all,
we will have a chance to.
Ingen is putting together an awesome card.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So John and I probably the 1st of December will be able to get on the table and test each other out and see where we're at because we both will have matches on that card.
Because he's concerned about his hand, you're concerned about
About
your
my
hand.
hand,
You
yeah.
guys can see how Michael's going to be able to, when he's home, he's going to be able to go to physical therapy, get everything that he needs for that nerve. But how excited are you? I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I'm
to
very
have something.
excited because there's a lot of people out there that rank Genadi very, very high. And a lot of people have written me off after one poor performance, right?
Poor performance. That's
a
a
GSP.
GSP
Yeah.
throwback.
But yeah, I am very, very motivated.
I'm not reading that, Zach Arm, but thank you so much for your
that's funny.
support. Someone's gotten me with that before. MMT versus Genadi Quickwinya. Let's go. SG
The thing
Records.
is, Genadi is a very versatile arm wrestler. It's a match that Neil Pickup wanted to set up for years in ArmWars because we were both very grinder inside, win the long match, warriors, put on a show, very expressive in our matches. Styles have changed a bit. We both got a little bit older. but I do think this is going to be a very aggressive match.
Levin Gasparini, I think it's the perfect match too. And in fact, how awesome is it that Michael can test himself end of January, 1st of February to see how his prep is going? I think it's fabulous.
I'm very excited.
What do you think your weight will be then?
I will probably be at that 300 plus pound weight. I mean, like I said, I'm 289 now, and I'm not even home. Like those 6 weeks that I'm home, I genuinely
Absolutely,
believe.
Kenneth.
Now I was speaking to the guy who's in charge of all my stuff, and he's like, "You're probably going to lose some more body fat." I'm like, "Cool, that's a really bad problem to have," but I think I will actually be bigger, 10 pounds bigger in the next 6 weeks, and leaner than what I am now. So that would put me in the ballpark of an evening dress weight close to 300, but a strip morning weight probably 290, stripped in the mornings, and pretty fit. And that's in 6 weeks, so who knows where I'll be in 4 months.
How strong does your arm feel right now?
Well, my arm is very strong. It's just my hand and wrist, my pronation and riser are very messed up. But the arm is tender from all the pulling because I've been pulling from ridiculously bad positions. But
Yeah. So when you get home, what will be your focus to see where you're at? How will you be able to judge where you're at?
I thought you told me to not let out all my secrets.
I did. Y'all, this time? I know he said
No,
he's
I'm
going to be completely
filming.
open,
There will
showing
be a
you
lot of
everything.
content.
We're not showing you everything.
There's one. I do have to rehab the hand a lot because that muscle is still atrophied, probably 90%. So there will be a lot of hand and wrist specific. I will go back to my normal circuits, but just getting back home and getting into the routine and having that goal, having that date, having that, and being able to fully commit to the nutritional aspect of this protocol.
And you know,
I really think I will probably be 300 plus pounds in the end of January, and still pretty
how does
athletic.
it make you feel to know that there's going to be a loud public opinion that says you don't have a chance?
Well, those people are just crazy.
But how does that make you feel?
Anytime someone tells me I can't do something is when I'm going to have the best performance, right?
100%.
But I do expect a very hungry and motivated Genadi because he has not had an official match in a very long time since Dave Chafee in 2018.
Right.
So, I mean, we're looking at 3.5 years since he had a match. Well, I guess it's just over 3 because I think it was December of 2018. So it'd be, 37 months. And he's had good practice performances against Levon. So a lot of people give him a lot of credit. So getting to pull him, if I have the performance I believe I'm capable of, it will definitely put me back in line for that contention for the overall number 1 in the world. But yeah, I mean, I know he's going to be coming hungry. He's not an easy person to get by. He's a very capable arm wrestler, but I will be bringing something different for sure.
Steve Daney says you can't do it. You are welcome.
You're welcome.
That's fabulous.
That's
fabulous.
funny.
So excited. So do you think that this might be something, because we're going to see Devon this week, right?
Yeah, well, should see him in 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. Do you think, though, that maybe you guys could meet back up along this road to pull Genadi and just do some training?
Well, if he's
Would he be a good training partner for that matchup?
Well, he's longer levered, right? So he is a more dangerous opponent because of his leverage, but they both have a complete package, a complete skill set. So yeah, pulling with Devon would be great. So I don't know what his king of the table commitments are, but I'd love to have him come down either during the 6 weeks so he could get some pulling in with me before he goes to pull, or what.
People are saying you sound sick. No, guys, it's just the morning. This is his morning voice.
Yeah.
In the morning, he's got that sexy bedroom voice.
So is it
I'm like,
only in the morning?
Read to me.
There you go. Yeah. So we did not sleep in the RV last night. We stayed with Frank Diaz down here in South Florida, so we got to sleep on a full size bed. Yesterday was a cheat meal, so hence the 289 weight. But every time I have a cheat meal, the next morning I wake up like this because I've overfed myself.
So he wakes up with his eyes swollen.
Yeah.
But huge shout out again to Redcon.
Redcon 1, we're actually leaving here after this live and going over to their headquarters to talk about some different opportunities and some different things we have going on. But always going to have my MRE RTD shake.
Absolutely. So Redcon is going to be way behind you. I mean, standing strong. They're helping you to get ready for this match, which, with, like I said, people are going to be writing you off. So this is huge. This is huge.
It's time to make a statement.
You're gonna have to.
Yeah.
If that number one is truly your goal, and that's what all of this preparation is going for, in which, by the way, in January, that won't even be, will that be halfway through your prep?
I did not realize my prep was going to be as long as it was.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the protocol was going to be as long until I was talking the other day, and I found it's longer than what I thought. So I should be in a very good position at that point, but it will not be the best me that we are projecting. It'll be the best me ever, but it won't be the me that we think we can create by the time we're done with this.
Right. Thanatos, I'm going to actually answer that, and Michael can kick in. So first off, perhaps, just perhaps, you don't really know what a Kingsmove is. That's just what I'm guessing. Because, or your definition of Kingsmove doesn't really meet our definition of Kingsmove, okay? I think what you're talking about is an open top roll. The reason that you see Michael more stretched out is because the majority of the people that he's arm wrestling, he doesn't want to hit against because he's really strong in the hit, right? So he lets them go first, get into their power, and then he pulls them back from their power. Is he referencing
all the practice pulling that I've done?
Yes. And that's the other thing. You don't understand cumulative fatigue. Okay, so he's practicing, having huge practices against real arm wrestlers, not casuals.
Just because they don't have a social media presence doesn't mean they're not national champions.
They're real arm wrestlers.
High-level arm wrestlers.
Every day, every other day, very frequently having 100+ matches. So the cumulative fatigue, each time he steps up to the table, each day he steps up to the table, he's weaker starting out than he was the previous time.
Pushed over there. Here's the deal, and I'll answer that. If I did not do any more touring right now, and I just went home and went back to regular training and stayed off the table for 2 weeks, the version of me that would come out of just what I've done so far would be extremely strong. Every time in my career that I wanted to level up, I did this much arm wrestling. And it breaks you down and it injures you in it, but it finds weaknesses. But when it heals back, it's just like tempering steel. The more you torque and twist and work those tendons and ligaments, when they heal and rest, they get super strong.
Michael lets people work on him and is completely fatigued. Yes. Yes. But he's learning also while he's on the table because he's told you he's having to work without full access to his riser and his cup and his pronation.
But I have crazy side pressure right now.
So you guys, I'm telling you, Toddzilla's that thing, seen a lot of that. Seeing a lot of this in Michael's arm wrestling right now. Lot of his side pressure.
You keep hitting the table, baby. Shake it like crazy. I love you very much.
Earthquake.
Used to hate your style, Mike, but you have won me over. Been watching arm wrestling since 2003.
You have come a long way, and 300 pounds plus monster is the key. Thank you so much for the support.
Thank you very much for the support. 300 pound plus monster who's fit and strong. Because I've been 323.6 stripped in the mornings, and I was obese. That didn't help me. I wasn't the guy that I plan on being. I can gain weight easy. People are like, oh, just eat whatever you want. Well, if I do, I'm gonna be 400 pounds in fat, and I'm gonna hate myself. So the goal is to be quality mass, quality strength, improve on areas that I need improving on, and just come in as something different.
Kazi McNamara, that is actually a
complete package
goal of what we're doing here. If we want to help grow the sport of arm wrestling, bring more people into arm wrestling, then there needs to be arm wrestling. You know, you can cross over into other things to try and bring that crowd into arm wrestling. But when it comes down to it, if you don't have arm wrestling on the channel, is it really an arm wrestling channel?
Absolutely. And we actually made some amazingly good contacts over the past weekend of potential things that will do that crossover, bring a lot more fans to arm wrestling.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's going to be the smaller part of the channel. The larger part of the channel is arm wrestling. Now,
and me training and prepping for the next big match.
We still have, which was going to come out today, but we wanted to get this live out to you guys today. We still have the tournament with Ron Bath.
The Georgia tournament, and then a little bit after pulling me and Ron.
Yeah, that we will put out. Then we have, what else? Is that the last big practice?
Yeah, and we have the charity pool at Redcon.
Oh, the charity pool.
Yeah, where
Yes.
you'll get to see her face Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I pulled her, guys. I had a match, both right and left hand,
There you go,
with
yeah.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and you also
And
pulled the Godfather.
That's the original. That's the original Buffy the Vampire
Michael arm wrestled Navy SEAL.
Navy SEAL. Awesome dude.
Jake
American
the
hero.
Viking. Find him on YouTube. So
It wasn't it Eddie Gallagher?
Eddie Gallagher, yes, Navy SEAL.
National hero. But
Yeah.
so we had an amazing time there. But we are just blessed with all these opportunities. And like I said, waking up this morning, I had messaged Eddie Hall last night. And I woke up to a response from him. So hopefully at some point we'll get together and get a good workout in, or maybe, get a little arm wrestling training in for him, because I think he still has interest in that. I know he wants to get better and get ready for his fight with Thor. So that's exciting. So woke up this morning to some very good opportunities and good message, and obviously a great match. So very, very excited about that.
Before you get on with that, I want to give a shout out to, again, without our sponsors getting us on the road, we couldn't bring you this content, okay? Give a huge shout out to 7K Metals.
7K Metals.
7K Metals has had our back, supported us, and
very cool. And like I said, some people like it, some people don't. But I think if you're ever going to do a network marketing type style thing, what they have is awesome. Each month, you're just exchanging your cash for precious metals, and if for any reason you quit, there's a buyback option as well. So check out mmtmetals.com. I also want to give a huge shout out to Apache Performance Labs, Robbie Carsondike down there in Monroe. He's got an awesome little tea shop, shake shop. So it's kind of like the, what is the name of that place? Herbalife, and what they do, but they have their Kickstart, and it's an even better product. So go check them out at ApachePerformanceLabs.com. But without them, we couldn't be doing this.
So someone was asking if we're going to be at Corey's match. Guys, we will actually be live streaming Corey's super match and Justin Bishop's super match.
And Bill Logsdon.
So be sure that you have subscribed to this channel, click that bell for notifications, and turn the notifications on your cell phone for YouTube, because you want to be notified when we go live for that match.
That is 2 weeks, 12 days away.
Yeah, so speaking of Todd Hutchins, the side pressure king, what did you think about watching John look a lot like Toddzilla against Dimitri?
John messaged me. He's like, I'm just, my hand's not working. I'm like, I'm doing the same shit. And we're both forced to hold on, out arm wrestle, out.
Todd says thank you.
Yeah. And then do a little side pressure action, right? So it was fun to see John do that, but it's just classic. When you have one area that you may be considered your strength, and if it gets beat, you have to have more tools in a tool bag, and that's what comes from years and years of arm wrestling.
Right. So what do you think about, first of all, John Brzenk? If you're not subscribed to him, go do so, because it's
he's killing it. It's so much fun.
It is so much fun.
I think I need to do a morning stroll.
Morning stroll. He is absolutely just awesome, and anything that you get a chance to hear from him, people can make all their guesstimations, whatever, about how John would feel about this, how John would feel about that. Now he's got a YouTube channel, and he's telling you how he feels about this and how he feels about that. And it's absolutely
fun. I'm enjoying watching as a fan the John resurgence and seeing him excited about arm wrestling again. Because I remember just 6 months ago or whatever, we messaged him. He had no interest of getting together or doing anything. He's like, we can go ride snowmobiles, but I'm not arm wrestling.
Okay, so Michael has told you that he's got this huge right-handed match. If you're just coming on, Genadi, Quick Vini, and Michael will be going best of 5 WAF rules on WAF.
Well, it'd be 5 rounds. It's not a best of 5.
Oh, it's okay. You'll go pull off 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so 5 rounds WAF table in Istanbul, Turkey.
And there is additional money per win.
Per win.
Yeah, so we are both going to be motivated to sweep the other guy.
Sweet.
Right? We're both going to be very motivated to get that. So that I like it when they do that, when they add additional payout per win, because it just, if you win 3, nobody.
Yeah.
I know he's going to try to sweep me. I'll try to sweep him, and
he's going to be coming at you with a vengeance. He may be the only person that's as hungry as you
to
right
prove
now.
himself.
Yes, it's an Ingen event.
He just wants to prove himself. That's it. Because like I said, no official match in 37 months by the time we do it, and he's got a lot of pride. He's a strong guy. We are going to come to Georgia and visit eventually, but this is a great match. And like after our match, you know, if it goes my way, I'm sure he'll be able to tell me what he thinks about my chances are against Levon. If I do not come out on top of this, I don't know what that does to my climb. I mean, if I can't win this match with the prep that I'm doing, I mean, do I just settle back in as a 250, 60 pound guy who just pull? I mean, I don't know. There's so much. I have big goals. I have very big goals on this preparation and this everything that I'm doing right now is very, very important to me. It's very goal oriented. It's very
Yes, WAF is strict rules, but let me explain what the Kingsmove rule is to you under WAF currently. Now, this can always change, okay? But a lot of people are like, oh, it's not allowed in WAF. Actually, WAF has got the easiest rules on the Kingsmove that Michael arm wrestles in. And let me tell you why. WAL, the Kingsmove, if you hit your shoulder below the table, okay, below the table, in any position except pinning, and this only started in 503, except pinning, then that is a foul, okay? So your shoulder cannot dip until you're pinning. In IFA, which is what PAL is following, I believe, unless they have their own different
you
rules.
lost me when you started talking about rules. Go ahead.
Okay, then stop. Make a laundry list or something. Okay, IFA, the rule is if the incline of your humerus dips down in any position, if it dips down in losing position, then you're instructed to stand. If you drop back down in that match, it's a foul. Okay, that's IFA. So you can be in that position if you're neutral or winning. In WAF, the rule is this. If you drop down, your shoulder drops below the table, you're instructed to stand. It doesn't matter if it's losing position, neutral, whatever. You're instructed to stand. Come up. You can stand. There's no warning, no foul. You can drop right back down into that same position. You're instructed to stand. As long as you keep standing up, you can drop right back down as many times as you want.
And it's not stand up, it's just raise your shoulder.
Just raise your shoulder. So maybe it's do this. So that is WAF rules. You can arm wrestle in a Kingsmove under WAF rules. Now, nobody cares if you're in the winning position between IFA and WAF. Nobody cares. In a winning position, you can be under the table. It don't matter, you know.
Go back to that super chat.
Okay. Super chat. Michael always just talks with the referees. They tell him what it is. He follows that rule. That is awesome. Good to see these matches getting made. That is Buck Bass.
Buck Bass. Appreciate
Buck
this.
Bass.
Support.
We hung out with Kicking Their Bass this weekend too, right?
He was there.
He's absolutely awesome. Yeah.
We had a good little fishing experience with him.
Yeah. So super exciting times coming. Michael's match with Genadi Quickvini. But now that you've got this news, I gotta ask you.
I got sneeze. Go ahead.
Are you still
Excuse me.
Sure. That's allergies. That is not a cold. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still focusing on possibly doing a left-handed match
Yes.
with the same people?
Yes.
One of them is bruised.
Yes.
So
What?
will he be finding out?
He said he'll let me know in a couple weeks how he feels. If he's good,
Okay.
probably run that match. Basically, I feel like if everything that I'm doing allows my body to heal, that left arm should heal up. The left has just been plagued with injuries. That's been the problem.
Hey, baby, Stephen Tillman wants to know, what were you saying before you were so rudely interrupted?
No idea. I can't remember. Did you rudely interrupt me? What'd you interrupt me about?
I don't know.
She's mean. I love you anyway, though. Oh, I was supposed to respond differently? Dude, I wasn't rudely interrupted. I don't remember. I have no idea.
No, don't worry about it. You already fucked that way up.
Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
You caught me off guard. I just finished sneezing.
Yo, Magatron, my guy. If you would like to remind him of what he was talking about before he was so rudely interrupted, just start out with a sentence to him and he'll remember it and he can figure it out from there.
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
All I know is excited to get home, excited to train. The left arm, just if I can get the injuries to heal, I think I can make a run at the top of North America. But what is this somebody saying?
It's so annoying to hear excuses. It's not
Go ahead.
excuses. That Michael would have beaten Devon if he was aggressive. I love Michael, and possibly he might have taken a round or two, but there was a gap between Mike and Devon.
Listen, I don't give a shit about that. And you can love me or hate me. I don't really care about that either. I'm not making any excuses. I'm stating facts. The version of me in training did not show up that day. And I know because I pulled Corey 10 days before, I pulled Corey 8 days after, and I went from destroying him to not moving him out of the center of the table. Adrenal fatigue, overtraining, whatever. Something was different. Devon was a better man that night. It's fine. It'll never happen again.
So there was a gap in strength, though. Absolutely, there was a gap in strength.
I never said that me being more aggressive would have beat him.
No.
I said that the version of me in training would have showed up, his ass would have been mine. And it may not have been. It would have been a much better match, but that's just the fact. And it's not an excuse. It's nothing. I've already given credit to Devon for being the better man on that day. And that's all he proved. He was a better man that day. It does not mean he's a better overall arm wrestler than me. It does not mean has a better career than me. It doesn't mean anything except on that day, Devon Lever is better, and I give him the credit for that. But I'm about tired of that shit because it's just ridiculous. I'm making excuses because I'm stating facts. I already said he was a better guy that day. I mean, love Devon, proud of everything he's doing, but I'm over that shit. Go ahead. Here's another one. I mean,
and there you go. I'm going to say that the protocol is starting to work.
protocol might be working.
All right. James P. Kamaguami. Big fan of our fellow Canadian Boo Devon, but have become a big fan of MMT as well until you just went psycho.
When Psycho lost all my followers. But hey, I appreciate the support. The thing is, that is what arm wrestling is. So, you have days. I just don't have a lot of them. Like, I don't have a lot of bad days. And that day was the worst day ever for me not to show up. And Devon was amazing. So even the best version of me that I was in training, had I been able to bring that guy to the table, maybe it would have been more. Maybe he would have won. But I'm just telling you, it wouldn't look like that. But that's all there is to it. But it did motivate me. And it's not even the loss to Devon that motivated me. Like I said previously, it's the COVID, how something that small could almost take me out. I'm like, listen, I'm all in. I'm going after this. It's important to me. I don't have anything to prove to anyone else. It's just important to me, so I'm doing it. But hopefully this match goes my way, because if this match doesn't go my way, then it's just going to be shit,
John O'Favalon, thank you so much for the support. He says Ryan Blue Balls Bowen is an absolute wanker. I want to hear that in your voice. Okay?
But I mean,
gave away the RVJ South Show result before the video was out. What an absolute tool!
Well, a lot of people gave away that. I mean, we knew about it, and we didn't hear about it from Ryan. But
I think so. SG Records.
Ryan is doing. He's doing what's best for his channel, and apparently that's reviewing other people's content. But it's working out for him. He had his biggest month last month, and he understands that whether you like him or not like him, as long as you're talking about him. His brand is growing, his popularity is growing. So, give him respect for that. But
Stephen Tillman, not mad at you. I'm not sure where Michael went with that.
Yeah. Did I say I was mad?
Okay, let me tell you what it is, Stephen. Let me tell you what it is.
Yeah. It's constant. Like, it's constant.
No, stop.
Go ahead.
Take some breaths. I'm gonna put you in yoga. Meditation.
Well, are you moving this? Is there a ghost in here that's moving?
There's a ghost.
With the Jake the Viking, we may end up doing a crossover. We go stay overnight in a haunted house or asylum
Steven,
or something. All right, go ahead.
Nobody's angry with you. This is what we deal with all the time when Michael says that he is gearing up to, new protocol, growing, going to be bigger, going to come back stronger, going after that number one. People are like, but you said you were the strongest you'd ever been. Okay, he was.
I was.
In prep, he was. There were things you're not aware of that are different, that luckily Michael was able to come back and go, okay, so there is room to improve. There is something that I can reach for. There is something that I can do. If when he arm wrestled Devon, there was nowhere he could go from that, his career would be over. Luckily,
my career wouldn't be over. My quest for number one would be over. And that's it. It's just.
But so every time he says that he's going back, he's growing to do something more, people are like, oh, but that was the best you could ever be. It was up to that point. But now there are things that he can fix. There are holes that he can improve. Thank God. Because now we have.
Hey, like I said, it's all good. Right? And I didn't mean to kind of go off. It's just maybe I stuck my foot in my mouth saying I was going to win 6-0. I genuinely thought I was.
Maybe.
But
Adam Oswald.
I genuinely do believe that there was a guy, a version of me in the preparation that was capable of doing that. I just could not bring that guy to the table that night. I have no idea what the reason was.
Adam Oswald.
I wasn't the same guy 10 days before, or 8 days after as I was 10 days before. If I would have came home and would have beat Corey exactly the same way as I beat him 10 days before, I'd have thought Devon's a superhuman. He's untouchable. I could never get to that level. When I got home and I couldn't even move Corey out of the center of the table, I'm like, something's wrong. What happened? So it's just one of those things I had to try to figure out. Okay, well, this was the issue. Maybe that wasn't the guy I was previously. So there is room. The gap isn't so significant. Let's go ahead and go all in and make a run for the top. So that really is what happened.
Adam Oswald, you got this. MMT, just do your thing.
Well, that's the thing is, I don't even know how Genadi is, but I've known him for a while. Like, I've seen him for a long time. So he's probably late 30s, early 40s versus Vaughn's 32. So I don't know Genadi's age, but like I said, he's a very experienced arm wrestler. He is one of the guys that people consider to be amongst the very best in the world. And he does have the most experience with Levon. So getting to pull him, although it's different styles than Levon, like he does have a good outside, he does have a good hand. He's got a strong inside move, strong hook, strong bent wrist press. He literally has access to all the tools that you need to be a complete arm wrestler. I just want to be on a different level. I want to beat him the way Levon beat him at the last practice session when Eagle was filming. And if I feel like if I can do that, I've submitted myself as one of the very, 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 very best in the world, and I deserve that crack. Whether it's Devon, whether it's Levon. If someone beats Levon before I get a chance, then
it's not Levon.
Then it's not Levon, right? I don't know who's capable of doing it. Devon possibly. I do believe I possess. I'm a greater potential threat to Levon than Devon is, because I can fully commit to high riser, pronation, come through his bottom fingers, slip, get to the strap, and I feel like I can just hang on for dear life until I crack his wrist back. Maybe it's not possible to do it, but I believe it is, and that's why I'm going after this. But obviously, I have to get through. I cannot look past Genadi. Genadi's the next guy. He's the guy.
You have to make a statement with this match.
And the thing is, that is a lot more extra pressure I have to put on myself. And so when I say make a statement, I just want to be the very best version I've ever been. I believe that that's what's going to present itself. I think I will surpass my previous best. Once my hand and wrist get back to normal, I think before the end of the year, I will surpass my previous best on everything, whether it's, previous best workouts, previous best this, previous best PRs, and I'm going to be bigger. Now, bigger doesn't necessarily, in my opinion, equate to better, because the best version of me wasn't a 300 plus pound guy, but I'm taking a different approach this time. So as far as that goes, I'm very, very focused, very motivated, and I believe in me. And that's what it comes down to. I believe in me. I believe that I'm willing to do the work. I believe that if I can come in healthy and I can fix the things that are wrong currently, that on any given day, I'm the best guy on earth. So that's just what I'm trying to prove.
Wake up. Actually, I think you're onto something there, because a lot of people agree with you. A lot of people that actually have sense in the sport, and one of them is Ingen. Ingen agrees with you as well that Michael is the bigger threat. But that's
he doesn't think I'm going to win. He just thinks I'm a bigger threat. He thinks obviously Levon's the huge favorite, but he believes I'm a bigger threat.
Right. And I believe that Levon feels that way as well. And
well, even Levon's like, that wasn't Michael. Dennis, they saw them at depth. He's like, that wasn't Michael. And I don't know what they're going by, but they had higher expectations of me as well that day. Stars aligned for Devon. It was a perfect performance, and they did not for me. So, like I said, I will continue to sing Devon's praises. He's awesome. He's amazing. I love what he's doing for the sport. I was very proud of him with his match with Thor. I don't know what's next for him, but I'll always be there supporting him unless he's across the table from me or in the ring. Yeah. One or the other. I will not be supporting him then. But yeah, so super excited, super motivated. U.S. Interior Specialties, another one of our amazing partners who made this tour possible. Thank those guys so much. Veteran-owned company out of Northern California. And like I said, we have been so blessed to be able to do the stuff that we have done this year. We have now hit 47 states in the RV. We only have one state left, which is Arizona, and we'll be doing that portion of the tour the end of November, 1st of December, going out and pulling with John Brzenk and seeing some of the guys and checking out the Grand Canyon again and doing some things. Super excited about that, but like I said, just truly blessed. You got some questions you need to answer?
No, I'm just reading stuff, my love.
All right. Also, Fem Magazine, they are a new magazine, not the one that Rebecca knows more about, but it's fem-magazine.com out of Santa Fe, New Mexico. They actually are looking for writers. They are a very cool new magazine that's going to be launched. The guy has some really cool experience doing a lot of different things, but they've been huge supporters, and I want to say thank you to them as well.
Okay, this is actually a good question. Daniel Williams, we're dealing with this. Not sure what it is, and that's one of the reasons that we want to get back home. Are you still blowing up as fast? Have you
The
figured that
pumps
out?
are crazy.
The pumps are crazy. Now, here's another theory. All right, so your heart rate is returning to normal. His heart rate's returning to normal.
It's actually, yeah, so I'm doing cardio in the mornings
That's
on the
good.
bike or whatever, and I'm about 110 to 115.
Yeah, so his heart rate remained above normal for a very long time, like weeks and weeks.
Way above normal.
Following COVID. So his heart rate's returning to normal. So that's not it. What if it's because you're literally every day hands on the steering wheel driving like 400 miles in this RV?
We haven't
Lots
thought
of
about
vibration.
that. We haven't thought about that.
Lots of vibration. So then you go work out, you get this horrible pump that you've never felt before. He's used to
So
working
my
with pumps.
brachialis
Yeah.
and my lower bicep have had the most excruciating pump I've ever experienced, even through BFR training. And Corey's like, it's growing pains. You're getting bigger.
He is
But
getting bigger.
I do look
real.
bigger. I genuinely do look bigger.
Yeah.
And I'm obviously, I want to get back home, weigh myself on my scale. But I mean, and that's cool. Like I said, the goal for me is not just to be big. The goal for me is to be freakishly strong. So that's the plan, you know.
So absolutely, a lot of people are still like, "Is it Genadi?" Yes, it's Genadi. Super
Yeah.
excited about
Ingen
this.
will be doing an announcement on his page shortly, adding that match to the card.
So he's accepted the match.
Yeah, spoke with
and-
WAL. Steve Kaplan was cool with it.
Cool with it.
Now, there is potential that there could be a WAL event before the end of this year. And if there is, I would participate in that as well. But protocol prep, everything right now is looking towards end of January. Now, I may have a left-handed match at the Monster Michael Todd International, which is cool because, like I said, left is feeling good. So,
Did y'all hear that?
yeah,
Crack.
but yeah, I like where my left's at. If I can keep healing it up, I think I got some fun times left in it. So excited about that.
I want to see if John and Todd can go at it. Are you talking about Toddzilla or Michael Todd?
I'm sure it's probably Toddzilla, but
What about John Brzenk, brother? Do you still remember WAL 8? Yes, he does. And he would like to have a match. You would pull John.
what is WL8?
Not WAL 8. UAL 8 is what you mean.
Oh yeah, and he remembers it as well. There's also a story behind that, but it's all good. Yeah, so John and I are gonna get to pull when I get out there in Arizona in December.
Okay, Jacob Barella. I need to pin this. Michael, listen to the people in the comments and your wife. And get stuck in for this one. Don't post as much and don't do crazy things before it, said your wife also. You can do this, monster. Get that W.
Yeah, like I will show my progress and my training, and you know I'm probably gonna go back to some of the things you see them do, which is the seated curls and maybe some strict curls and some of the pronation with the belt stuff, just to make some comparison videos and see where because prior to my left arm injury, John Brzenk and Ron Bath thought my bicep was as strong as anybody in the sport. I've since been more of a hand and wrist pronation style arm wrestler, but now my elbow joint is getting very rigid, very strong. My biceps very strong, my lat strong. So it's just, if I can bring all those things to the table and get my hand and wrist back to where they were, I'm gonna be a bigger threat to everybody.
All right. Well, thanks, MMT. I was about to go to bed, but saw your video pop up. Good luck later, said Steve Daney.
So either he's in America and he works nights, or he's in another country.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause he's about to go to bed.
Yes, thank you, Levin Gasparini, for being on, dropping those links.
Redcon 1.
Oh, which Redcon 1, have they announced that they're spreading yet?
You know, like spreading, you mean going to expanding.
Yes, expanding.
They've posted some stuff about different countries they're going to and stuff like that. I'll find out more here in a little bit.
Yeah. So we are going to go over there and be chatting with them because Michael would like to talk with something in the future that you guys will also be very excited about.
Definitely, if I can make that happen.
Make
that
sure
would be
you
pretty
peak
cool.
at the right time, dude.
I think a lot of the last time was I'd been training since.
And rest about a week before the match. He did rest.
No, I rested too long.
Probably rested
I rested too long. And I changed things up. I changed things up that last time where I would have done my heaviest circuit the last week and then I would have taken a week off. And this time I did the heaviest circuit, then a week of blood flow, then took a week off or 10 days off. And it just, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. Maybe that was so that I could come back, take that loss, be a little bit humbled, and then come back with greater vengeance. So.
Have you spoken to Dave since his match with Devon, Iceman?
He texted me back the other day.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
I forgot. And I don't remember exactly what it was. He said, sorry it took so long to get back. Are you doing good? Something.
Okay.
Hope you're well. Something like that.
That's awesome. Dave is an awesome
He's a good
fellow.
dude.
His wife is the sweetest person ever.
Who was
Like,
the
she's
other
awesome.
brand partner that I haven't mentioned?
Femme Magazine.
Got that. Apache Performance Labs, 7K Metals, U.S. Interior Specialties, Redcon 1, non-line. That's 6.
Have you listened to RVJ's rant about trolls? No.
No, I listened to his rant that somebody else posted about Devon Sagadashvili or whatever about Ryan Bowen. He gave Ryan Bowen so much, like he called him all kinds of names.
RVJ called Ryan Bowen names?
Lost his shit on him. Yeah, I was watching that this morning. That was pretty crazy.
Just tuning in. What's the big news? Michael Todd versus Genadi Quick-Vini. End of January, 1st of February. The date is not set yet because it depends on Toddzilla, because he's also going to be on the card along with John Brzenk, not
and
matching
apparently
each
Chance
other.
Shaw's pulling the guy that beat Herman Stevens pretty bad.
Well, Chance Shaw, we will see about that.
He has accepted a handful of matches and had to back out. But yeah, I mean, I think he wants this one. It'd be a good one for him.
Jelly Cataract Genadi, holy shit. Yes. Okay, so that's a new.
Jelly Cataract.
That's a new tro. Have you heard of Seven Laganashvili?
All right, stay here. I've just got to go look at the RV. I'll be right back.
He's got to go check the RV. So, what's up with the Chance? By the way, we didn't hear from him for like over a month. No idea. Will the real Rumpelstiltskin please stand up? Schoolboy, Monster versus Genadi. Yes.
Bearco Constructions.
Bearco Construction.
Devon, Bear, you guys are awesome. Definitely go check that out if you're looking for a good job, seeing the most beautiful scenery. I mean, obviously, I get to see the most beautiful scenery, but if you want to see something else, it's awesome.
He's trying to make up for not taking up for me just a while ago.
Oh, are we supposed to talk about the what I'd do for $1 billion?
Need more double bicep flexes from this big man. Gotta fit it in. Woo-hoo-hoo. Check out all of those veins, guys.
Oh, that's the left too. The left actually, but
he's veiny in all the right places right now.
There you go. See, I'm telling you, that forearm's looking kind of thick too.
Yeah, it is. You're looking good, baby. Looking massive. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Todd. Ken in Willard, Ohio here. You got this. By the way, guys, talking about states that we've been to, we have now been to 47 states in 3 months. There is one state that we have not driven the RV into, and that is...
She did not listen to me earlier when I said all this.
I'm telling folks right here now.
Oh, Arizona.
Arizona.
The land of John Brzenk.
The land of John Brzenk, and we do plan on stopping by to see John Brzenk. Corey versus Todd is happening on the 16th, October
12 days
16th.
away.
It will be live
on this channel.
On this channel, we will be live streaming these super matches. Michael will be commentating the Justin Bishop. He will not be commentating the Corey West match because he's going to be in the corner yelling,
yeah.
Pow!
It's something like that.
Slapping the gorilla around, trying to get him mad, right? Because Corey. Love you, dude.
He needs to be a little bit more aggressive.
He's gonna have to be aggressive, and he walks at the table.
He does look really powerful right now.
He looks really powerful, y'all.
I mean, I haven't been home in a couple weeks, but yeah.
Fox 8 Ball, I saw that you were in ArmWars. How awesome was that? Someone was asking a while ago. I don't know if you want to comment on this.
Okay.
But they were asking, how do you feel about Larry Wheels and the little video that came out?
Well, I will tell you is exactly what I would have done. If you offend me and we are friends, I will inform you of the offense. And if you correct behavior, we can continue to be friends. If you do not, then I realize we never were friends. That's exactly who I am. And that's actually, I messaged Eddie and told him how much I respected him for doing that. And I think more people should tell people if shit that other people do offends them.
Right. Because
Seriously, it's just why I can't be fake nice to someone. So if I walk up to you and there's an issue, I can't be fake nice to you. I have to say, okay, well, you did this. I found offense at that. I'd appreciate if you didn't do that anymore. But yeah, so go ahead. What you got?
Mike, big fan here from BT. Have you tried muscle testing kinesiology yet? It helps to refine and maximize supplement usage. Norvac something has sworn by it.
I have not, but I will check into it.
Hollywood Drinker wants to know, what is the best genetic attribute to have in the sport? Height, hand size, wrist width, etc.
Hand size.
I
do not have a big hand though. My hand's gotten thick over the years from training.
Says,
a big hand.
I'm a Ms. Monster Todd fan. Not so much Mr.
Yeah, well, hey, everybody's got their flaws. But I'm a fan as well. I'm a fan of Mrs. Monster.
But not everybody on here is a fan of Mrs. Monster, and that's totally okay as well. What video is this all about? Chat. Not sure. Reps for BT. Mike versus Genadi, that is. Eddie Hall handled that very well, called out the bullshit, and gave him the chance to correct it. I agree with that.
I felt like that was the mature adult thing to do.
Juan William Batista, would you pull Schoolboy?
Yes, left-handed especially.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, happily, whatever. I mean, that would be crazy views and help our channel out significantly, so of course. But I would love a left-handed match because, I pulled him that one little couple pulls after the Devon match left-handed, and it's gotten crazy views. So I'd love to redeem that. But yeah.
Absolutely subscribe to Jody Chocolate Thunder Williams' YouTube channel. He has some great arm wrestling chats. He does great interviews.
What if Genadi what? Down. Right there, you went up.
What?
Up. What if Genadi? Go back.
I hope we're not stalled. What if Genadi blood dopes for the upcoming match? I hear this is an issue in arm wrestling.
I don't know what's blood doping.
I don't even have any idea. Oh, come on. Something. I'm a fan of anyone named Rebecca or Becky. Of course you are, Jody. Jody's beautiful wife's name is Rebecca, and she goes by Becky. Okay, cool. I'll fix it for you after this. Go on my page and start. Oh, sorry. Right hand, Mike murders Schoolboy.
I'm telling you, I like my chances left-handed. My left is actually coming around pretty well. Like I said, it's just due to injuries that it hasn't been able to perform.
Gigi is taking loads of drugs, just like Levon. LOL, blood doping in arm wrestling. What is blood doping? Somebody explain it.
Is that like when you take out your blood and then you put it back in or something before the match? I don't know. I don't know what blood doping is. I mean, if it's performance enhancements, every sport has that.
Like you would take some of your blood out, inject it with Spider-Man DNA.
I'm down with that. I'd be cool to be climbing shit.
Put it back in? Is that what that is? Like it EPO. EPO, epigen, that's just increases your red blood cells, right? And I don't think we want that because I don't want you to clot.
I do need to donate blood when we get back.
You do, yeah. Norva, if you don't know, is #1 tennis player in the world and perhaps best player ever. Absolutely savage on the court. By testing his foods and supplements, he knows what strengthens and weakens him.
Oh, cool.
Keep it up, Todd. Your videos make arm wrestling so much more interesting. I can't wait to meet and pull with you. This is Dan Dury.
Well, good deal. I appreciate the support. Yeah, guys, I'm excited that you guys are excited about the match. I'm extremely excited about it. Like I said, my goal is Levon. My goal is overall #1 in the world, but this is a great test. It's a great test. I mean, it's just, like I said, the guy that has the most experience with Levon. It's someone who people rank very highly. There are people that don't think I can beat him. So
a lot of people.
Are you doing that just so that I'm like, here, hold my protein drink?
Yes.
Yep.
So the thing is,
because I don't drink beer, so I hold my beer.
The thing is about Genadi, if you have not watched his videos, go do so because this guy goes crazy on the table.
Yeah, that's what
a lot like Bortolato.
Well, that was me back prior to the left arm blowing out. I was very, vocal in a match, and So yeah, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be. I'm excited. We want to go to Istanbul forever, right?
Right.
So to go to Istanbul, enjoy the culture, be on a card that is as significant as this one, and to have a good time, and to get that chance to test myself against an unknown opponent is going to be nice. And like someone who I've never arm wrestled, that's what I meant by unknown. Obviously, he's very well known.
Vocal Michael needs to make a comeback. Absolutely. Thank you, Levon Gasparini. Go and subscribe to Genadi's channel because this is sure to get spicy. Now, let's talk about
Completely respectful, of course.
You are going to keep it respectful.
Of course.
Absolutely. Even knowing that he may not be.
No. Yeah, that could be another boxing match. There you go. I seen him punch in the bag the other day, so we can arm wrestle, whatever. I don't care. He's a good dude. He's going to keep it respectful. I mean, there may be some translation issues that come up, that people just misinterpret shit, but we're both athletes. We both want to train. We both want to compete against the best. So,
but for a fact, you guys are going to hype this up.
I can only imagine.
Y'all, we got so many months of the hype, right? Stephen O'Keefe, hey MMT, you're doing great stuff and producing awesome content. Where do you think Brzenk ranks in North America right now?
Well, I mean, they have him ranked number 1 in 220. I don't even know if he weighs 220.
But he should be ranked above Chance Shaw.
At very minimum, they should. Yeah. If you talk about top 10 in North America, he's definitely in that list and with huge potential to keep going up.
Right. Michael Schweinsberg.
Appreciate the support.
Genadi will be a great litmus test for you. I agree. He's the only guy to trouble Levon. So if you beat him, you can probably beat Levon. You guys agree?
No. Just because styles, right? Levon's going to have a stronger hand than Genadi does. And the troubling him was prior to this version of Levon. And the practice pulls that people were giving him a lot of credit for, the most recent practice pull was completely dominated by Levon. Beating Genadi means I beat a very versatile arm wrestler who can go everywhere, who is a multi-time world champion and is a very large man now. So no one has seen this version of Levon compete, in an actual match. So in my opinion, beating him definitely puts me in the conversation for that number 1 spot, or deserving of a chance to pull Levon for the number 1 spot. But yeah, beating Genadi does not mean I beat Levon. It just means I'm one of the few people walking that are could be considered to be the number 1 guy in the world.
KR Do, how do you see the chances of Corey if the match stops in a hook against Hutchings?
I think Corey's going to win regardless if the match stops. I don't think Todd's going to be the one that hits Corey. I think Corey's going to be the one that hits Todd. And as strong as Corey is right now, even if it isn't a hook, when Todd tries to surge back over, I think he's just going to run right into Corey's, wedge, and he's going to be screwed. The only time you've seen these guys pull is at the practice session at my house when Corey had not arm wrestled since blowing his bicep, hadn't lifted weights since blowing his bicep. And you see Corey hit him and then Todd just surging back over 1 or 2 times to the pad. That's not the Corey that's showing up. But hey, obviously I've been wrong before. I just think Corey is got limitless potential. He's training very hard. He's very hungry. Todd is a giant killer. That's how that whole Toddzilla came about, because he was beating all these David Randalls and Cleve Deans back in 2005. And that's where, that whole giant killer thing came from. And then Rebecca just stubbed her toe really badly, so she's going to take a minute for her to get back over here. I watched it. She is being real quiet about it, too, but she smacked the shit out of it.
Oh, dude, so bad.
I'm sorry. I wish I could take that pain from you. I wish I had $1 billion. I wish you had $1 billion, but it'd be nice if I could take away your pain. Yeah, so, oops, that sucks. Well, guys, sorry, sweetie. We do need to get on the road. I told them at Redcon we'd be there by noon. It's about a 30-minute drive, so...
we got close trying.
Well, I've already told him I'd be there at noon, so I don't know.
Poor Rebecca. Hey, Monster, are you afraid of Schoolboy?
I fear no one. It's arm wrestling. What the hell is there to be afraid of? And I would crush Schoolboy right-handed, and I'll happily pull him left-handed anytime, anywhere. Let's make it happen.
Predictions on Paul Lynn versus Brzenk.
It's a 3-0 shutout as a stake, so I feel like I'm betting on John still. But Paul Lynn is strong. Paul Lynn, he's taking this match very seriously. When you get a chance to pull John Brzenk, when you get the opportunity to pull John Brzenk, you take that match very seriously. So
Any type 1. How about my humble opinion? It's unbecoming when you strictly answer only to money. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You're talking about super chats? Do you see how, if you were over here and you see every one of these that go by, you'd understand why we can't answer every question.
Yeah, and I've actually read many that weren't super chats.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay. Good time, Fox Bank. MMT be number 1 in the world way before the delusional one.
Huh. Yeah, so John Brzenk's reading a lot of super chats. Are y'all saying the same shit to him about it's disrespectful or whatever for him?
Why are you still stuck on that?
I don't know.
Because the protocol's working. Stop it.
Yeah, probably.
Let it go.
I got you.
Pitbull.
Okay.
Okay. Mike's level up on Schoolboy. Who will win in a match of Levon versus Lorette?
Levon's going to be the favorite.
But, she
Devon
means Bowen.
Oh, I got you.
Okay. Truthfully,
I do think the kid's really hungry and he's really motivated, and it may not happen overnight, but I do think he's going to just keep working until he reaches at least some of his goals, right? I mean, it's great to set the very highest expectations of yourself, but it is, some people are motivated that way, and I am one of them. I expect great things for myself, and he may be of a similar personality, but he just does it a lot more vocal with a lot less accolades.
well, I can't even read it on the big one. It says Mark Lewis. So have a good day, monsters. So guys, we are going to sign off on this live. Again, if you're just signing on, be sure that you have clicked subscribed. Click that bell for notifications so that you can be notified when we are live instead of just figuring out when we're about to go off, right? The big news, new match for Michael Todd, new focus, Michael Todd versus Genadi Quickvini 2022.
End of January,
End of January, 1st of February. On the same card as John Brzenk versus, I can't remember who he's pulling.
Oh, Zoliev.
Zoliev. John Brzenk versus Zoliev, Chance Shaw versus somebody, and Todd Hutchins has a match on that as well.
Is he pulling Sasha? I don't know who's he pulling.
Not sure.
We're ready for the Canton, Georgia video to drop. Yeah, it would have happened today, except we had really cool news, so we did this instead, so it'll be out tomorrow.
Yes. Have a great week, Michael and Rebecca. Great
Thank you guys.
news.
Appreciate the support.
About your match versus Genadi.
I'm very excited. Watch for some awesome training. Watch me get massive, and I'm excited about what's to come. Super excited.
Yeah. Talk to you guys soon.
Appreciate the support, guys.